You wake up and before your feet even touch the ground, it begins. That dull ache in your chest, the mental fog like someone smeared Vaseline over your thoughts. Your body isn't sore from exercise, but it's sore from existing. The clock says 7:12 a.m. You stare at the ceiling, already negotiating your day, already counting how long you have until you can return to this exact spot, exhausted again. You wonder if this is what adulthood is supposed to feel like. This dull, endless tiredness. And no, it's not always the kind of tired sleep can fix. In fact, sleep often doesn't help. You've tried going to bed earlier. You've tried taking breaks, vitamins, walks, weekends with no plans. But no matter what, the tiredness seems to stretch, like fog that doesn't burn off in the sun. A heaviness that's not quite physical but not fully emotional either. It sits somewhere in the middle in that invisible space no one talks about. And then it starts. The shame. Because you're tired, but you're also lucky, right? You've got a job, a bed, a roof. You've got people. You've got Wi-Fi and coffee and maybe even moments of joy. So how dare you feel this worn down by life? But that's the trap. You're not tired because you're ungrateful. You're tired because you're running on empty. Tired from trying so hard to be okay. Tired from carrying things no one can see. Responsibilities, regrets, expectations, the invisible weight of being the reliable one. Tired from smiling when you want to scream. From nodding when you want to say, "This isn't working for me." From pushing yourself even when you know you've hit your edge. Maybe you don't even realize how loud the world is until you get one rare moment of silence and suddenly feel yourself wanting to cry. That's the truth, isn't it? We don't always cry because we're sad. We cry because we're tired. Tired of pretending. Tired of pleasing. Tired of showing up for a life that feels more like survival than presence. Tired of always needing a reason to rest. Tired of explaining to people who don't get it. Tired of feeling broken when, in reality, you're just stretched too thin. And somewhere deep down you wonder, what if I stay this tired forever? But let me say something, and I hope you hear it. You are not lazy. You are not weak. You are not broken. You are a human being trying to live in a world that constantly asks for more. More output, more productivity, more achievement, more smiles. While offering very little in return for your emotional health, your inner life, your actual energy. You weren't made for constant motion. No one is. We're meant to rest. We're meant to feel. We're meant to move through cycles like energy and stillness, focus and wandering, doing and being. But modern life doesn't honor cycles. It honors consistency, speed, performance. So we learn to perform. We learn to smile when we're drained, to reply, "I'm fine," when our hearts are crumbling. We learn to measure our worth in checkboxes and paychecks. We learn to silence the part of us that wants to scream, "Slow down," because slowing down feels dangerous in a world that praises hustle. But eventually, your body keeps the score. It says what your mouth can't, and that's why you're tired. Tiredness isn't always a signal to push through. Sometimes it's a message from your deepest self, the one you've ignored because it wasn't productive enough, strong enough, together enough. That part of you that still remembers how it feels to be light, that still believes rest is not a weakness. So if you feel like you can't go on, pause. Not quit. Not run away, just pause. And notice. Notice where you feel heavy. Notice what makes your stomach clench. Notice which conversations drain you. Notice which people you shrink around. Notice how your body reacts when you say yes to things you don't want to do. And notice what softens you, not distracts you, not numbs you, not entertains you, but softens you. Maybe it's music. Maybe it's movement. Maybe it's doing nothing without guilt. Maybe it's saying the truth out loud for once. Maybe it's holding someone who doesn't need you to be strong. Maybe it's letting yourself fall apart a little. Sometimes healing begins when you stop fighting your fatigue and start honoring it. When you stop shaming yourself for needing rest and start asking what your exhaustion is trying to teach you. Because it always has something to say. Maybe it's whispering that you're chasing a life that's not yours. Maybe it's reminding you that you've become too distant from your joy. Maybe it's begging you to stop proving your worth and start protecting it. So if you're tired all the time, here's what I want to offer you. Permission. Permission to feel it. Permission to not know the solution yet. Permission to go slower than the world says you should. Permission to unlearn urgency. Permission to trust that your energy will return when you stop burning it in all the wrong places. This tiredness you feel is not permanent. It's not your identity. It's not the end of your story. It's a turning point, a signal, a pause between chapters, a truth your body is holding for you until your mind is ready to understand. A quiet call back to yourself. And you? You don't need to be fixed. You need to be seen. By yourself first. Not the polished version. Not the one you post online. The real you, the one that's tired, hurting, and still showing up. That version of you is already enough, so rest. Not because you've earned it, but because you're worthy of it. Not someday. Not when things are less chaotic. Not when you've proven yourself. Now, right now, and when you wake up tomorrow, still tired, still unsure, come back to this moment. Come back to this breath. Come back to this truth. You are allowed to build a life that doesn't exhaust you. You are allowed to feel without fixing. You are allowed to rest without apology. Because rest isn't a reward, it's a way home.